I'm Dr. Steve Simon, and today I'll explain how you can find a job or career that'll bring you a sense of passion and meaningfulness in what you do every day. If you want, you can also read more about this in our article explaining the intersection principle. It's on our website at hsoutcomes.com. Everyone wants to feel passionate about what they do. Look at the passion of workers in these pictures. Wouldn't you want to feel that way? If you dread going to work every day, or you hate what you do, or you're bored, or are constantly overstressed, the picture changes. You don't feel much meaning in your job, other than maybe a salary, and you may be feeling like, I just can't take this anymore. So if you're thinking about a change in career or job, or even planning for a first career, how can you assure building in the capacity for passion and meaningfulness? We find that passion and meaningfulness in work can be found at the intersection of four factors: your strongest skills, your interests, your best fit environment, and opportunities. So what does this mean? Simply that when these four factors successfully merge, you've reached your sweet spot and your chances of loving what you do increases greatly. So let's briefly look at each factor. First, strongest skills. Skills are the work areas in which you have special proficiency and knowledge, like nursing care, accounting, supervising people, teaching, and so forth. You can get your skills from work experience, from going to school, and from training courses. When looking at work passion, it's important that we identify our best, strongest skills, the things we do really well, not the mediocre ones. For example, I have really good writing skills. I also have some marketing skills, but they're not that good. No matter how much I try to develop them, my skills in other areas are much better. In order to identify your best skills, it's important to do a good assessment. Many of these skills are often hidden. That is, you don't normally think about them. So sometimes you have to dig deep. For example, how many counseling professionals like myself think of their computer and software skills off the top of their head? I can tell you, not many. If you were to ask me my skills before I did a hidden skills analysis, I would typically think of 3 or 4 professional skills that I use frequently, like analyzing career information and transferable skills analysis, but I would likely forget the less obvious skills, like fast typing. I'm a really fast typist. I'm really good at that. And I also have a really good knowledge of computer hardware and software. In fact, as a small business operator, those skills save me countless hours and money compared to people who don't have them. And they've been responsible for a reasonable part of the success I've had in my business. I've had clients who, after digging deep, come up with 20 to 30 skills over a career, many of which are strong skills and many of which they were not even aware of. Second, your interests. These are the things you like to do most, the things you feel comfortable with and which give you satisfaction. To start, you'll want to focus on your strong skills which also interest you most. You'll get the most satisfaction out of work that uses these skills because you'll be enjoying what you do well. Now, I have strong skills in writing articles and blogs. I also have strong skills in report writing. However, I love writing blogs. I hate writing reports. So when it comes to feeling passion for what I do, I got to stick with the creative stuff. Next, you'll want to look at your interests in different occupations and jobs that mesh with the strong skills that you want to use. Skills are often transferable across occupations. Now this means, for example, if you have interest in using your strong accounting and numerical skills, you could use them in occupations ranging from financial analyst to managing a business, to finance-related customer service jobs, or to being an accountant. There are good interest inventories and exercises that can help identify occupations that will be most satisfying. Then you can match those with the skills you want to use. A career counselor or consultant can be helpful with this process. Third, what environment and work context do you feel most comfortable in? For example, I work best in a small office. I prefer to work alone or with just a few people. I thrive when I have pretty complete control, and that's why I like running my own business rather than working for someone else as I did earlier in my career. What context is most likely to help you thrive? Think about preferred industries such as healthcare, banking, entertainment, size of the company, company culture, including the style of supervisors and managers, and how people communicate. Will you fit with the people who have your skills in a potential organization? Or will you have to compete too hard to thrive? Will you work alone, or will you have to interact with a lot of people? What kinds of customers or patients will benefit from your best skills? Will the customers you serve and the managers be likely to really appreciate them? Would you work best in your own business? Finally, and most important, once you've identified your best skills, interests, best fit environment, the job opportunities need to be found. That means you have to target the right jobs. Targeting is crucial. First, prepare a basic resume that highlights your career objectives, your best skills which interest you most, and your related achievements. Keep the resume on your computer. That'll allow you to change it to target the specific requirements of jobs you apply for. When looking for targeted job possibilities, focus on the hidden job market, those jobs that are not advertised on mass bulletin boards. That will limit the competition. Start by looking for companies in your geographical area that have positions you're targeting and are consistent with your best fit environment. You can do this by starting with an online company search. Then use company social media sites to get information about what it might be like to work for each company and see the types of jobs which they're hiring for. You might also be able to get the inside scoop on what it's like to work in certain places through your connections on social media, such as LinkedIn and Facebook, for example, and those people in your personal network. Informational interviews, personal visits, and even real job interviews can also help you learn more about a particular company's work environment. In fact, sometimes just walking in the door of a company can tell you a lot. To uncover jobs to apply for, use postings from the social media sites of the best fit companies you've identified. When you apply for jobs, if you can, use direct referrals to hiring managers through your network connections. Cold call visits to apply for or uncover jobs can be a surprisingly fruitful method if you target effectively. Joining a job club can also help make connections and help you benefit from ideas, feedback, and others' experiences. Now, job clubs also provide emotional support, which you're going to need, particularly during a long search, because you can get very discouraged. Okay, so I can't cover everything about finding jobs in this short video, but most importantly, keep your eye on the ball. That is, keep the focus on your best skills, interests, and best fit environment when you search for and apply for job opportunities. Get help from a counselor or career consultant if you need assistance in carrying out the details. It may take time to get the right opportunity, but when you do get a job, you'll be ensuring passion and meaning in your work life because you'll love what you're doing. You'll be doing it well, and you'll be getting the resulting appreciation from others.